It is my pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to Convocation ceremonies that reminds us all of the ancestral lands of the First Peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us off in a good way at every one of our Convocation ceremonies. Over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry such great meaning, as this song correlates with the treaties signed with the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relationships in understanding one another, so that we live together in a respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together, sing, and dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. It is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tutusis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrienne Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jade Tutusis, who have pre-recorded this victory song for the U of A Convocation ceremonies. If you are able, please remain standing.
Yeah.
Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who will leave today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta and welcome to our graduation ceremony this morning. My name is Peggy Garrity and I have the great privilege of serving as the Chancellor of the University of Alberta and conferring all of your degrees this morning. I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and the homelands of the Métis. In stating this, we must recognize our responsibility in working in relationship alongside First Nation and Métis people and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations in uplifting the whole people for the next 7 generations and the university for tomorrow. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation, the first time we've gathered together in person since November 2019 to celebrate the graduating class. And I have to tell you, as Chancellor, the first time I've been able to stand here, look out, and be able to congratulate all of you in person. So it's an exciting day for all of you, and I have to say it's a really exciting day for me as well. Graduates, we are very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you're walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. And each of the traditions you see on the stage and throughout the ceremony today has a special meaning and significance. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, just as our university is today. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear the University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, those Oxford-style mortarboards, may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence. These symbols and traditions remind us of our connections to the past. Seeing your faces today and conferring your degrees will all be about the future, about your futures and the future you will create for our communities and for the world. We'll hear from Mr. Rakesh Saraf on behalf of our Board of Governors, Minister Dale Nelly, a member of our Legislative Assembly, and President and Vice Chancellor Bill Flanagan, who will all join me in recognizing your accomplishments today. Distinguished guests on the convocation stage also include a number of community leaders, members of our faculty and the Academy, and our college deans. I'm very pleased that the Dean and professors from our Faculty of Business are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. We'll also hear from the Honorable Justice Russell Brown, who has accepted our invitation to receive an Honorary Doctorate of Laws, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements and remarkable service to our society. And I'm so proud to be able to celebrate your honorary degree today. Following the presentation of an honorary degree, we will begin with the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculty, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it'll be your turn to be up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. And for everyone who's here today, I'm sure that will be the most important moment in the ceremony today. Your degree will actually be conferred as I congratulate you and we meet each other on stage. I've been advised that my hand would be very sore after congratulating thousands of students at 14 Convocation events. So please just pause and as you cross the stage so we have a chance to congratulate each and every one of you. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. We're all here to welcome you to our University of Alberta alumni family, and I really hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting greetings from Mr. Rakesh Saraf on behalf of the Board of Governors.
Thank you, Chancellor. Eminent Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends, I'm very pleased to participate in this special day on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the board's greetings and hearty congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2022. It is also a day to celebrate the university, which by virtue of this marvelous milestone has successfully provided you with the academic resources to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2022 and into the future. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves this society forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You've been changed over the years at UofA. Your knowledge you've gained here will enable you to address society's issues, influence others, and shape our collective future. You are now the kind of citizen who will apply critical thought, share your knowledge, foster common understanding, and employ the skills you've gained here to better society in competent, thoughtful, ethical, and engaged way today, tomorrow, and from now on. Our heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud, savor your success, enjoy today. We wish you the very best for your future. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Dale Nelly, Associate Minister of Natural Gas and Electricity and MLA for Manwell, St. Albert.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I am honored to join you all to bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of Alberta's government. I am especially happy to be here to celebrate your convocation. Today marks the beginning of so many exciting new opportunities for each of you. Some of you have chosen to continue your education. Others will enter the workforce. Either way, I hope you'll look back on your time at the University of Alberta with pride and know that it was your own hard work and dedication that brought you here today. I know you all have bright futures ahead of you, regardless of which path you choose to go down. You have the dubious honor of having completed half of your studies during a triple black swan event: the global pandemic, the global collapse in energy prices, and the economic meltdown. But despite that, you found a way to succeed. You found a way to persevere. And it is those skills that will make you successful in the future in whichever endeavors you choose. I want to assure you that things are looking up, and there are great things waiting ahead of you. We have new, diversified industries cropping up all over Alberta: fintech, artificial intelligence, film and television, hydrogen, petrochemical, and the list goes on. With industry leaders who strive for innovation and economic diversification, Alberta is primed and ready for the next great takeoff of our economy, and we're ready for all of you to be at the helm of that economic growth. We have never needed a skilled and talented workforce more than we do right now to support the huge levels of growth we see on the horizon. As you University of Alberta graduates, you can go out into the business community and the world feeling confident, well prepared, and knowing that what you bring to the table is in demand. Graduation is no small feat, and you have all surpassed unprecedented challenges to be where you are today. Through it all, you stayed resilient and focused, and you tackled those challenges head on. I commend all of you for your perseverance and staying the course and reaching this outstanding milestone. I hope you'll be able to look back on these years and see how those difficult challenges that you experienced as an individual taught you some tough lessons that will serve you down the road. You've had to continually adapt on the fly, learn how to perform in new and unexpected circumstances, collaborate with people across screens, cities, and even time zones. When most of us went to university, all we had to worry about was showing up to class on time. But you did so much more than that. You had to be extraordinary to be successful. And clearly, as you're all sitting here in front of me, you did just that. As you graduate today, know that your ability to be adaptable is an enormous asset. Part of being adaptable is staying positive in the face of change. This can be fostered with a strong growth mindset. It's clear, as you all sit here, having navigated such a difficult post-secondary journey, that you have that mindset which will serve you well into the future. To the graduating class of 2022, on behalf of the Government of Alberta, congratulations on reaching this milestone. Never stop learning and growing, and never stop looking for opportunities to share your talents and passions with the world. Thank you for your dedication, and thank you for bringing your skills to Alberta. Congratulations, and best wishes for the future.
Thank you, Minister Nelly. Now it's my pleasure to invite President Bill Flanagan to address Convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor. And as the Chancellor mentioned, it's also a big thrill for me to be here today. As you may know, I've been in the role of President now for 2 years, and last week and this week marks the first time that I've been in this role that I've been able to attend Convocation in person. So it's really been thrilling, and I just have to say, I know it's a thrilling moment for all of you, but it's likewise a thrilling moment for me. And I also wanted to extend a very warm welcome to our honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Justice Russell Brown. And as you may know, in a previous life, I was also Dean of Law at another university that shall remain unnamed. So it's a great honor for me to welcome Justice Russell Brown from the Supreme Court of Canada and to honor him here today. But above all, it's all of you that we're here to celebrate today. And the journey you've made is one that is filled with excitement and exploration, but it's also one that can be occasionally arduous. What you've accomplished takes fortitude and commitment, many late nights and early mornings, and what I'm sure were impressive amounts of caffeinated beverages along the way, and the determination to persevere, even in the face of formidable odds and occasionally overwhelming workloads. And that's the journey experienced by a typical university graduate. And as we all know, your journeys have been anything but typical. You've had to earn your degrees amid unprecedented global conditions during the past 2 years. And this has not gone unnoticed. On behalf of the University of Alberta, I want to offer our profound appreciation to each and every one of you. Throughout the many challenges and changes over the past 2 years, you have always been quick to adapt. You have been resilient. And above all, you have demonstrated the commitment to doing all we can to keep one another safe. So thank you, all of you. And in addition to managing through COVID, you might have noticed that the university was also navigating its own challenging circumstances, and I'll restrain the urge to regale you with tales about budget cuts and academic restructuring. But suffice it to say, the university has undergone its own evolutionary journey in the past 2 years. There's still more work to be done, but having now implemented most of the major changes, I know that our university is prepared for the future. We are well positioned to continue stewarding this remarkable institution that has grown and endured and cultivated knowledge for 114 years. And throughout, our core mission has always remained unchanged: to build one of the world's great universities for the public good. And that's not mere rhetoric. There are many universities in the world doing meaningful work, but there are not many universities in the world doing globally recognized research on such a comprehensive array of some of the most significant challenges facing the globe. Challenges like climate change, developing sustainable energy systems of the future, global food security, advancing and defending free and democratic societies committed to justice, equity, and opportunity for all, harnessing the potential of artificial intelligence to better society, and advancing human health and wellness in our local communities and around the world. I am proud to say that the University of Alberta is among a small handful of global universities with the research and teaching strength to make world-changing contributions to each and every one of these challenges. We are leading the way with purpose to develop solutions for our planet and our society. And perhaps one of the greatest challenges facing the globe is the urgent need to build a more inclusive and equitable world with opportunity for all in the face of mounting threats around the world to the core values of a free and democratic society. This is where I believe the social sciences and humanities, represented today by the Alberta School of Business, have such an important role to play. I'm enormously proud, for example, of how the entire U of A community, where we are home to the Canadian Institute of Ukrainian Studies, has stood proudly with Ukraine as it bravely fights to preserve its own free and democratic society. I'm also so proud of the university's new Indigenous Strategic Plan, outlining an ambitious vision for the meaningful inclusion of Indigenous peoples and Indigenous ways of knowing in all that we do as a university community. The plan lays out the next stage in building and sustaining respectful and mutual relationships with Indigenous communities and knowledge keepers. It will support the participation of Indigenous faculty, staff, and students in the university's offerings and make space for Indigenous ways of knowing, the indigenization of curricula and research. The plan will help us hold ourselves accountable to the goals that we've set. And I also want to speak briefly to the important role of the Alberta School of Business in fostering and sustaining a free and democratic society, in particular the importance of a thriving and innovative economy, so important to the sustaining of a free and democratic society, so that we can all realize our dreams and ambitions. That's what sets our university apart, our impact in the world and the difference we make. And this is no better demonstrated than in the recent Times Higher Ed Impact Ranking. This ranking is the only global performance measure that assesses universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, including ending poverty, ending world hunger, climate action, and sustainable land use. I'm proud to report that among over 2,000 universities worldwide, this year, the University of Alberta came in at number 11. That is the impact that we are having. And there's more good news. Just last week, the QS World Rankings was just published, one of the most prestigious and highly regarded rankings of universities worldwide. And in 1 year, the University of Alberta jumped 16 spots, which is completely unheard of. That never happens in this ranking. And we now rank 110 in the world among the 8% of the top 8% of the world's universities. This is a powerful measure of our reputation and our impact around the world. Yet, our most significant impact is represented by all of you here today, and that is the talent of our exceptional graduates. Undoubtedly, the U of A's most significant contribution to society and to the world is your remarkable talent and all of the incredible things that you will do as you embark on this next chapter in your lives. You are the problem solvers and the change makers. You are the builders and thinkers and leaders who will help find our way through some of the world's thorniest problems. You are the ones who will bring new energy and fresh ideas to the great debates and challenges of our times. We can't wait to learn about all of the amazing ways that you will use your skills and knowledge and your curiosity to help shape our evolving economy, nurture our fragile planet, and build a stronger and more just society. We know it's not going to take you long before you make a real difference as you walk out these doors today, and we could not be more proud of you. So today we celebrate your achievements, the bright futures you all have as part of our growing and global University of Alberta family. Congratulations.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Russell Brown for the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, our institution's highest honor. Justice Russell Brown is a member of the Supreme Court of Canada and a leading jurist and scholar in the legal field, having written on multiple topics including negligence law for economic loss. He is the author or co-author of more than 40 published law review articles, book chapters, and essays on tort law, property law, and civil justice. His distinguished career includes serving as a Justice of the Court of Queen's Bench of Alberta and the Court of Appeal of Alberta, a Judge of the Court of Appeal for the Northwest Territories, and a Judge of the Court of Appeal of Nunavut. Prior to his judicial appointments, Justice Brown served as an Associate Dean and Professor at the Faculty of Law at this university. Respected among students and his peers, he combined a practical outlook on the law, strong academic interests, and excellent communication skills. In his second year of teaching, he received the faculty's Tevye H. Miller Teaching Excellence Award. He was a highly productive scholar and produced a 480-page book on pure economic loss and Canadian negligence law that has since become a standard work of reference. He was an active and gregarious colleague who fostered an atmosphere of academic excitement and political debate in the faculty. He enthusiastically advised and mentored students who appreciated the practical skills and academic depth of his classes. Within the university, he acted as chair of the Health Law Institute, chair of the University Appeals Board and Professional Review Board, and as a member of the governing board of the Canadian Forum on Civil Justice. At the professional level, he served on various committees of the Law Society of Alberta and was involved in the continuing education of judges. Justice Brown garnered tremendous respect and esteem during his judicial career. In 2013, he was appointed as a Justice of the Court of Queen's Bench. That appointment lasted only 1 year before he was elevated to the Alberta Court of Appeal. 17 months later, he was appointed to the Supreme Court of Canada, thus completing what may have been the most rapid progression up the judicial ladder in Canadian history. Despite the incredible demands on his time, he regularly contributes to the university as a visiting speaker and guest lecturer. In 2017, he delivered the Henry Marshall Torrey Lecture to a packed house. He also volunteers his time as a Fellow of the Royal Canadian Geographical Society, and he previously served on the Salvation Army Advisory Board in Victoria and in Edmonton. Today, we recognize his extensive legal expertise in the area of negligence law for economic loss, tort law, property law, and civil justice. And we honor his exemplary and continuing contributions to the University of Alberta, the legal profession, the judiciary, and the country. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Justice Russell Brown.
Honorable Russell Brown, in recognition of exemplary contributions as a leading jurist and scholar in the legal field and for service to legal education at the University of Alberta, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Thank you and congratulations.
Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished faculty, and of course, my new peers, the graduates of 2022. To you, I say I am so very delighted to be one among you this morning. While my being here is merely honorary, your presence today has been earned, being the product of your intelligence, your curiosity, and your sheer hard work. And I congratulate you warmly on that achievement. I expect many of you are thinking today about the people in your lives, those still here and perhaps some gone, who have played their parts in this ceremony, the special family member who encouraged you to aim high, the teacher who inspired your love of learning, the high school counselor who prodded you into applying for university, the classmates and friends who lifted your spirits after a disappointing midterm result, and the professors who made it their vocation to train you to face what lies ahead. I also have been reflecting in recent days on how my life brought me to this ceremony, but from a slightly different perspective, since, as I say, my pathway here differs from yours. Still, like you, I think of my family, above all, my spouse, but also our parents, both mine and hers, my grandparents, my aunt and uncle, each of whom has encouraged me in all my undertakings and helped make my life a happy and fulfilling one. I also think of the University of Alberta, of the people who welcomed me here nearly 20 years ago. I think of the opportunities given to me and of the friendships, both professional and personal, that my time here has allowed me to form, and I am immensely grateful. I think of the people whose vision and dogged determination built this magnificent university almost 115 years ago. And I think of the people of Alberta, inside and outside of the university, that have sustained it as one of Canada's leading institutions of research and teaching that strives expressly to uplift the whole people. What a noble, entirely democratic, and thoroughly Albertan and Canadian idea that is. And what a legacy it represents, a legacy which you and I, as its newest degree holders, are invited to build upon. It is no small thing, this credential that is now yours. It connotes training and acquired knowledge, to be sure, but it also marks you as someone who has been exposed to a variety of perspectives and beliefs, who has been given the gifts of critical thought and time to think, really think deeply, deliberatively, intensely about the subject matter you've been learning and to discuss and debate it with others. And now, as you move on, take this fortunate grounding with you and apply it in everything you do, whether in business or any other endeavor, including yet further education. Of course, different opportunities will now be yours. And in my brief time this morning, I would like to draw your attention to one particular thing that this credential offers you as a graduate of the University of Alberta at this time in our history. And to consider that should you take up that offer, it requires something else of you. So first, what it offers you. It is the possibility of leadership. To be sure, you will be the business person who works for the shareholder or the customer, the employee who works for the employer, the consultant who works for the client. But consider also striving to be the leader and community builder who pulls people together by seeking fair and reasonable outcomes that reconcile competing viewpoints and priorities, whether it's choosing a new site for a community park, building a business, supporting the initiatives of your university, undertaking some great matter of state, or somewhere in between. Now, for those of you who take up that challenge of leadership, what is required of you? It is, I believe, that you, in our world of contention and peremptory assertions, will conduct yourself in a way that is at least consistent with, or even better respects, or better yet, promotes pluralism. Pluralism in all its forms, of cultures, of nationalities, of religions, of other worldviews, but no less significantly, indeed this arises most often in the ordinary lives that most of us lead, pluralism of ideas and of opinion. While pluralism of ideas and opinion may strike you as a curious thing to have to value, since we already have freedom of expression, I invite you to consider the echo chambers we retreat to, inside and outside of academic life. G.K. Chesterton once observed that to make a person comfortable is to make that person unsociable. What did he mean by that? Well, think of social media especially, but not just social media. By various devices, we continually refine our relationships to those among whom we can be confident that points of disagreement will be minor and few, and where people will, as a result, feel comfortable. It is a short and slippery slope from privileging comfort in this way to accepting as legitimate only those views that don't make us uncomfortable, by confining our associations and interactions to those whose views correspond closely, if not precisely, to our own. Which means that when life's path leads you to live and work outside of that echo chamber, our civic discourse on serious issues is stunted. We don't talk to each other, we don't listen to each other, we don't respect each other. From my vantage point in Ottawa, this for me describes too much of our public discourse, and not just from the bottom up. I do not see how civil society can flourish much longer if we continue in this way. We need leadership to help us find our way back to healthy public discourse. And where better to find that leadership than among the graduates of a university that strives to uplift the whole people. As I conclude speaking to you, I am not oblivious to the irony that a good first step might be speaking less and listening more. My Canada includes many people I don't agree with on matters big and small, but they're still my neighbors, and in some cases, I hope, my friends. And while I may never come to agree with them, I should at least set an example. Stop talking back to or at or over them every now and then, and instead listen and try, and I mean really try, to understand them. It seems like a tall order, but I do not believe that the class of 2022 is overmatched. As I've often had to remind myself, dumber people than you have done this. Once again, my congratulations to you all, and please accept my best wishes for true happiness in everything you do.
Thank you very much for those inspiring words. I think we can all agree that more than ever, this ability to engage in conversations with others whose views might be different than ours is so much a critical part of our way forward, and so much a part of what each of us learns at this university to pursue whatsoever things are true. Thank you so much for your words this morning, and I'd like to invite you to sign our university honor roll. And that makes it official. You are now a member of the University of Alberta class of 2022. Welcome to the family. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees and will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death, and I'm very relieved to tell you that that is no longer the case. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting every one of you up here on the stage.
The candidates for degrees will please rise, if you are able, and follow on page 5 of the Convocation program. You will be asked to provide a spoken response for the pledge with the President, which will appear on screen shortly. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you these scholars and ask they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Now, to our graduates, when you respond to the pledge, I want to hear the rafters of the Jubilee rattle. Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country? Well done, I heard a rattle.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Kyle Murray, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Business for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with Honours. Receiving the Dr. Hugh Harries Medal in Business and the ACPA Graduating Scholarship in Accounting, Hassan Amin Valji with First Class Honours.
Hassan Valji is this year's recipient of the Dr. Hugh Harris Medal, awarded to the convocating student in the School of Business at the University of Alberta, who has obtained the highest academic standing in courses in the final 2 years of the BCom program. Hassan achieved a 4.0 GPA with honors. Is that even possible? First class, and the Dean's List standing in the Bachelor of Commerce program. In addition to a stellar academic performance, he was involved in several co-curricular activities, including serving as an executive on the Business Students Association, the Business Exchange Association, and the Strategic Management and Operations Club. He has competed in internal and external case competitions and has served as a TA for several courses. In the community, he has coached youth soccer for 8 years and plays several sports, including Futsal, and afterwards you have to tell me what that is. Soccer, volleyball, and dodgeball. Hassan's outstanding performance has been recognized several times by the School of Business. He has received 10 scholarships and awards, including the Gillespie Family Scholarship in Business, the Gardner Brothers Leadership Scholarship in Business, the Ron Winkler Business Scholarship, and the Alberta Prize in Accounting, and the Ivy Craven Memorial Scholarship in Business. Hassan will be attending law school at the University of Toronto this fall. He is open to a variety of possible career paths and is excited by the various opportunities that the combination of a business degree and law degree can offer. Congratulations, Hassan. Congratulations. Good luck with your life.
Awarded a CPA Graduating Scholarship in Accounting and a Werner Craig McElroy Scholarship in Accounting, Brianne Samantha Lynn Beagle with First Class Honours. Nathan Joshua Manalo Druco with First Class Honours. Aaron Kevin Farrell with First Class Honours. William Huang with first-class honors. Hannah Dorothy Nakanechny with first-class honors. Kate Khan Fan. Gabriela Sanchez. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Abhishek Eri with distinction. Tuluwanini, Nimi, that is, Temitope Ajeli with distinction. Temilolua Susan Akinroye. Paulo Anthony Steiner Alves with distinction. Jamal Al Youssef with distinction. Omar Amin with distinction. Brendan Kelly Anderson. Rahel Berhanu Angasa. Mina Shelley Liebag Angeles. Lydia Gabrunagus Araya with distinction. Zachary Asaf. Riley Barrett Sewell Astle. Avneet Ojla. Somi Bey. Jasleen Kaur Bajwa with distinction. Joshua Thomas Baker. Aludamola Ahmed Balogan. Maxim Balakchinsky with distinction. Navya Sri Baradi with distinction. Carson David Bauer. Kieran Eckhart Thomas Kauer Bechtold. Brendan James Bennett Chevery. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in community engagement and service learning, Leah Annabelle Berger with distinction. Cameron David Burkt. Harvinder Singh Binder with distinction. Rupali Kaur Bulyar with, I'm sorry, just Bulyar. Devin Wade Blampede with distinction. Braden Eric Bourgeois. Connor Everest Quinton Boyko with distinction. Harkirat Kaur Brar with distinction. Olivia Margaret Brassard with distinction. Amanda Nicole Brooks. Royce Arthur Bryant with distinction. Abiwapiri Adokiye Boapu. Brooke Lucia Campbell. Receiving a bachelor and a certificate in leadership, Chu-Chi Kao with distinction. I-Chung Kao. Rihanna Rose Cartmel with distinction. Ryan Ho Yin Chan with distinction. Si-Jing Chen. Sao-Lan Chen. Kevin Ryan Chung with distinction. Leo Ka-Kit Chow with distinction. Matthew William Cronus. Noella Din Chu. Zhao Yan Chu with distinction. Dylan Alexander James Clark with distinction. Receiving a baccalaureate, a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies, and a certificate in sustainability, Erin Francis Corbett. Garrett Walden Corkery. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in real estate, Nicholas Vittorio Cryans with distinction. Francis Paul Cello Damasco. David Dang. Receiving a Bachelor of Commerce and a certificate in leadership, Hannah Danielle with distinction. Aman Ali Datu with distinction. Aman is also receiving a certificate in real estate.
First name Rain.
Rain Davis with distinction. Logan DeBoer with distinction. Elijah Jude DeBorgia. And he may be a dude too for all of that. Georgian Dela Cruz. Joshua Morel de Mundo. Mateusz Demko. Hannah Demoz. Ethan Dextrous. Michael Anthony Diaz. Edwin Dew with distinction. Jashin Ding. Eric James Donald with distinction. Michael Bogue Drager Smiley. Maurice François Dubois. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in leadership, Madeline Peyton DeRocher with distinction. Mark William Edie. Receiving a certificate in leadership along with their baccalaureate, Brett Agner with distinction. Receiving a Bachelor of Commerce, a certificate in international learning, and a certificate in leadership, Rami El Khatib. Miranda Dawn Evanishan. Sahar Faiz. Boya Fan with distinction. Yuqing Fan. Zishi Fan with distinction. Daniel Felice. Hayden Daniel Jensen Fitzpatrick. Dominic Fu. Dante Frias Corona. Isaac Mark Frolick. Walid Adnan Fayath. Rafael Joseph Villar Garcia. Murad Larry Gartner. Jonathan John George. Rochelle Elizabeth Gilbert. Dalvir Singh Gill. Jashandeep Singh Gill. Awarded a CPA graduating scholarship in accounting, Christina Joy Ivy Gillanders with distinction. Receiving a certificate in real estate as well as the bachelor, Jack Reed Gilroy. Victoria Coco Gordon. Simon Grigenas with distinction. Benjamin Eli Grossman. Kirat Guladi with distinction. Receiving, along with a baccalaureate, a certificate in leadership, Arpita Gupta with distinction. Denite Haile. Christopher Johannes Oscar Hayek with distinction. Omama Hassan. Bryce Andrew Henkelman. Tyler John Hildebrand. Evan Taylor Hill. Catherine Ho with distinction. William Sai Ho. Paige Michelle Hodgins, I beg your pardon, with distinction.
Mackenzie Lynn Hoppus. Alexis Catherine Hornung with distinction. Zachary Marcel Houle. Erica Hill May Hu. Yi Chen Hu. Sherry Debbie Huang. Yu Jie Huang. Ziyi Huang. Callum Robert Humble with distinction. Yun Shu Huo with distinction. Simon Zhang. Manpriya Kaur Jassal. Madeline Victoria Johnston. Yuka Lindsay Joseph Raj. Pauline Ann Soriano Josen. John Michael Vincent Benitez Hovero. Jacob Robert Jubinville with distinction. Huzaifa Ahmad Kalin. Arushi Kakar with distinction. Tahir Shamez Kanji. Farah Mohammed Karut with distinction. Ksenia Katayeva with distinction. Sophia Grace Katzel with distinction. Carmen Kaur with distinction. Ibrahim Keshta with distinction. Akshi Kimji with distinction. Sunrup Singh Kinda. William Robert Clack. Michael Roy Knobloch. Tierra Jet Kopinski with distinction. Saketh Krishnan. Ishan Kumar. Ali Al-Nasir Lada with distinction. Julie Lai. Prashel Lal. Sahib Singh Lali. Lam Lay with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in real estate, Daniel Joseph Luer. Jasmine Lee. Jason Lee. Ryan Lee. Xingyi Li with distinction. Yuhu Liang. Michelle Lei Lim. Spencer Quinlan Limming. Hang Fan Lin. Yep. Jen Yi Liu. Kai Lin Liu. Rohan Liu with distinction. Xing Liu with distinction. Xingyi Liu with distinction. Yi Chen Liu. Yuan Hao Liu. Also receiving a certificate in global citizenship, Clarice Enrica Lanes with distinction. Kiki Lu. Paige Madison Lutz with distinction. Wyatt Dwayne Linz. Ming Qian Ma. Fraser Giles McDonald. The recipient of a CPA graduating scholarship in accounting, Kelsey Jean McLeod with distinction. Johan Salim Madhani. Jesse Ka Yan Ma. Also receiving a certificate in sustainability, Melanie Emily Ma with distinction. Hunter Bay Malo with distinction. McKinley Mary Makawecki with distinction. Jonathan Lewis Martin. Liam Connor Maxwell. Giovanna Antonella Mazza with distinction. Lauren Nicole Magai. Cale Landon McKinley. Kiara Jamaica McLaughlin. Emily Elizabeth Meyer. Danigel Molashenko. Tanasha the Doll Murray. Lauren Elizabeth Murphy with distinction. Seth Aaron William Much with distinction. Tianashe Fanuel Adrian Musa with distinction. Rebecca Jael Ng with distinction. Phuong An Phan Niem with distinction. Jessica Tuet Hoang Nguyen. Lyndon Tan Nguyen with distinction. Yvonne Kuen Nguyen. Hao Ni. Kyle Nordquist. Declan William O'Flaherty. Reese Oldenburg. Jocelyn Felice Olson with distinction. Moyo Sorolua Sharon Orekogbe. Mankiran Kaur Panesar. Amandeep Parmar. Luke Guy Parsons. Anton Ivanovich Pash with distinction. Anshita Kamlesh Patel with distinction. Cassandra Catherine Patterson with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in real estate, Stephen William Pollock. Also receiving a certificate in real estate, Mohammed Katanani. Shijun Chi with distinction. Zijun Qing. Alana Eileen Quintero. Andrew Kenneth Quinteros. Vanessa Ashley Quizmorio. Rustam Qureshi. Patrick Alfante Ramos. Natasha Razik. Garima Regmi. Tyrone Patrick Xavier Reyes. Joseph Rick, with distinction. Joshua Alexander Robertson, with distinction. Gabrielle Marie Rahovy, with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in real estate, Trent Romanuk. Francis Rutatina Ryan Yongeza, with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in real estate, Victor Enrique Sanchez Viesca. Tyler Franklin Soretsky. Garrett Orel Shilley, with distinction. Kristen Avery Schultz. Famika Sibalak. Syed Kazem Shah. Jenna Jean Sieben. Sevim Celine Simsek, with distinction. Davinder Singh Sinder. Rahul Singla, with distinction. Ananya Sibaskandan, with distinction. Sarah Caroline Slocum, with distinction. Kane Nicholas Smith. Sylvia Yun Song. Terrence Song. Shyam Srinivasan, with distinction. Michael Dylan Stambulik, with distinction. James Stasiuk. Carly Chantel Stenzel, with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in sustainability, Justin John Stevens, with distinction. Hunter Sloan Stewart, with distinction. Johanna Lorraine Stolk. Jacob Michael Sullivan, with distinction. Nan Sun. Yifei Sun. Sonia Tahim.
Joyce Lok Yan Tan. Mindy May Tan. Devon John Tercier, with distinction. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in leadership, Brianne Melissa Thompson, with distinction. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in real estate, Coleman Andrew Thompson, with distinction. Receiving a bachelor and a certificate in real estate, Prabpreet Kaur. Quinn Martin James Top, with distinction. Liam Robert Peter Townsend. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in real estate, Jackson Garrett Turta, with distinction.
Same.
Jordan Dean Turta, with distinction. Benjamin Jake Zemus. Chelsea Vanden Boogart with distinction. Jeremy Nathan Vandermeulen with distinction. Emily Angela Vanderberg. Morgan Hope Vanderland with distinction. Kanika Vashist with distinction. Alexander Jeffrey Veer. Eduardo Andres Vega Oikata. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in real estate, Selena Anne Marie Verhun with distinction. Gideon Ian Cameling Vienna, or Villena. Nikki Ann de la Cruz Volante. Ethan William John Wachniak. Mackenzie Caitlin Walker with distinction. Tyler Greg Wall. Mo Wang. Alana Grace Ward with distinction. Erica Kathleen Wee. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in real estate, Jared Jonathan Weiss with distinction. Yu Wen. Nicholas Jacob Warenka. Awarded a CPA graduating scholarship in accounting, Melissa Kimberly Weeb, with distinction. Douglas Lee Williams with distinction. Kayla Marina Worth with distinction. Receiving an Avison Young Commercial Real Estate Graduating Scholarship in Marketing and also a certificate in leadership, Katya Ali Walasichuk with distinction. Receiving a baccalaureate and a certificate in sustainability, Isabel Rose Walensky with distinction. Ke En Wu. Zifang Zhu. Xingying Yao. Yi Yang Yao. Michael Joseph Yarn with distinction. Tiffany Zan. Qingjia Zong. Ming Zhang with distinction. Chao Chu Zhang. Roxy Zhang. Yifan Zhang. Yufang Zhang. Jiaming Zhang. Johnny Guangyu Zhang. Yiting Zhang. Ke Yu Zhou with distinction. Yutong Zhou with distinction. Fang Hanju. Shaolin Zhu with distinction. Eric Lee Zimmer with distinction. Alyssa Zinoviev. Eminent Chancellor, Eminence, for the degree of au grade de bilingual Bachelor of Commerce, baccalauréat bilingue en administration des affaires, Hannah Joy Cristomo Ariano. Caitlin Nicole Demers. Bilal Farah. Chase Hunter Hamill. Receiving both the baccalaureate and a certificate in leadership, Erica Hudon Cade with distinction. And Awo Musa Baden.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance.
Well, congratulations. You've made it. You're now graduates of the University of Alberta. And to family and friends, I think this moment merits a standing ovation. And to our graduates, I think there's another group in the auditorium that also merits a standing ovation, and I invite you to stand and turn around and thank your family and friends who sustained you through this journey. Thank you. Please be seated. And now it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. And before you are formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for a presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the U of A centenary. It captures, I think, the hopefulness and potentials of days spent at the university, and hopefully will spark many memories of your own years here. The song is also a display of many of U of A's talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and Honorary Degree Recipient, Dr. France Levasseur-Mimet, and was arranged by U of A alumnus, Dr. Alan Bevan. And the recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. And I have to tell you, I've seen this many times and it never fails to bring a tear to my eyes. I think you're going to love it. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor. To the graduating class of 2022, you have shown incredible resiliency, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations on your wonderful and truly well-earned achievements. My name is Deb Mans, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1995 from the Faculty of Business. And it is truly my honor to congratulate you on becoming a U of A alumnus and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We are a supportive, proud, diverse global network, collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, to the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, and world shapers. Throughout the history of the university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, and most of all, we will always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. Again, congratulations, welcome to the alumni family, and best wishes in all your future adventures.
Thank you, Deb. And now we're coming to the close of our ceremony this morning. And in closing, I would like to offer a few words of thanks. To Honorable Dr. Russell Brown, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You are an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. And in accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to our University of Alberta. Thank you so much. To the Honorable Dale Nelly, Associate Minister for Natural Gas and Electricity and MLA for Morinville, St. Albert, thank you today for coming and bringing greetings from the Government of Alberta. Thank you. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Aaron Moore, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. Thank you. Not surprisingly, there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes so that a ceremony like this can come off as easily as what it does. So I wish to thank and acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for the organization of today's convocation. I'd like to invite all of you to stay, linger a while out in the lobbies and take lots of photos and wish best wishes to all of your friends and family. And finally, to our graduates, I want to say congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. On top of the normal challenges of completing a degree, these past 2 years have been incredibly challenging. And I want to acknowledge your determination and perseverance that helped you get to this day. It might sound like a bit of a cliche to say we're all in this together, but these past years have taught us how much that simple message rings true. Your convocation today symbolizes what we can achieve together, how we can uplift the whole people, how we can continue to explore and pursue the truth when we unleash the creativity, the energy, ideas, and compassion of the students who are graduating today and will lead the way for tomorrow. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you have accomplished in your years at our university. You've spent hours, months, and years listening and learning, digging into complex issues and topics, thinking critically about some of the most pressing issues of our time, sharing time with friends and colleagues, and preparing for wherever your journey will take you. In turn, we are incredibly proud of you, our newest graduates. You bring us hope for the future. You inspire us with your energy, your enthusiasm, and ideas. Whatever path you choose, I encourage you above all else to understand you can make a positive difference in our world. And I can assure you that the University of Alberta will be here cheering you on from the sidelines as each of you pursues your next hopes and dreams. Congratulations once again. Enjoy your celebration and the rest of today.
Liberty Bell, no repeats.